I was a delivery guy. Now me here delivery, me bought Glovo. I bought my own motorbike during that NSS period with my NSS money. I even took a loan. But then before me started teaching assistants, I had already planned. Say, this is what I was going to do. Because by then, no, before teaching assistant, I had already started planning for my life after NSS, how it was going to be. And so all my students, not my students, you see, say at Greek, we had a lot of students, over 1,000 students. Most of them knew say I was doing delivery. But then, I just knew my goal. I had that at the back of my mind. That this is what I'm looking for in life. And I didn't care how people saw me. I was trying to achieve that goal, and that was it. Like nothing to change my mind. Students or young people that are coming up, we shouldn't just relax on school, feeling say school is a sure place to make it. That is not it. Although I went to school, but that is not my focus. Miti I say, like my dream, it's tied to a lot of things. When I was in Ghana, I thought, say, oh, like the money was there like that. When someone is in America, like, I say, Sikano, Achanoisia, something like that, it's everywhere. But then that is not it.
Sumafo app nie eya homambo ne hweso pankwa na edimu obusua Sumafo app ebehwese hu nipa biara ohia yarehwe no yebeko won ho ebise won apom yede won bekwa yaresabia ne yahwese won ho atom ansa na yefiri won nchen enu ntitina adwumum ana atina kontrum na yensum wo enu ane se obefa wo phone na okoko Play Store ana se App Store e wo iOS so na download the Sumafo app isesia pa ni ajoso.
Wow. Sumafo, fast and reliable.
Sumafo app, sending love home.
DHW 1642 Concord Plain Turbo Intercooler Engineer and Baku 16 daily also worldwide. The only other the internet and the many chain fan. Me ko Yankee America coding komo me ne abrante na option was screen so Elijah. Me fa me sha say mo ma me da me sponsors as tap send more Europe, Canada, US, and UK no download the tap send. Tap send app here the any ejina so the money sika e be finti. Mo Gulf countries Dubai ni ade no so UAE ubetimi asene Abu Dhabi ni ade ubetimi use tap send. Download the app ni see our Play Store ni app so send this scan na ba beto mobile money wallet in Ghana said in Skolom. Now download the app and we have maybe some promo code Shannon so na type SVTV and one. O type ya o send ya beba. Sasuna ejumapa on demand. Ejumapa on demand ye then more akwentuum Ghana, especially more akwentuum mu here artisan, styler, painter, plumber, stillbird, electrician, auto repairs ni ade no. Ejumapa say region bia o project wo bia na so here omo service bia no. Obenye obi wo ho. Inti the obey say call Play Store and App Store na download the Ejumapa app na ni atro screen so o download dia na just simple kra no o boss wa obo artisans ni ade obi be siu dan ma oni ade obi nya omo and obetimi akọ mo website www.ejumapa.com okwa pa eno na odem saso na delight foods ye kama pa mi ko UK omo Hausa koko bofrot we Burkina ena sobolo eye champion pa the whole UK omaji bebia oko afro shop bia na okasa ohwe delight foods delight Hausa koko ubehu ho obi atombi turkey fo ni tombi obi atombi omofum sa enti say walande fresh wo UK for we ni che afro shop bia bisa delight food Hausa koko onoma kama o mesigana enti for ni che delight foods Hausa koko ene ada bo fruit ni sobolo no Sasu na Sumafo mo akwantum especially wo Ghana ha no akwantum na Sumafo o mse sumomo ebi o ma me yare papa yare busuani bi yare unye obi nkohwe no se mfa ne nko hospital ni ade a Sumafo ana wo project bi a wa ye obeso obi kohwe ma obi a nipa ne di usika de bia na o ya ye twa picture say Sumafo se sumomo enti de obe nse ko Play Store ni app so na download the Sumafo app no download di ana che say pa na wo dem straightforward wo hi service a and one say maybe be am region nyina no omo nkrofo wanti download the smartphone e Play Store ne App Store. Elijah me wa kwa ba me show so bako there.
Nyame adom bia bɔkɔ na we.
Nice, so I miss you pa America to say you got more dollars.
Yeah, man. I got some dollars over here, bro.
Yeah, you got more dollars. That's it, bro. Okay. Elijah, America emphasize now or US?
Okay, so me was southern part of America, that is Arkansas. I know it's a Ghana or yeah, a lot of people might not have heard of it or something like that, but then it's in the southern part of America, and that's Arkansas. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, I see. And a bit your story, Kaka. How do you tell man for experience from Ghana to Aquentum? Who cost America check? Who free Ghana cost America check?
Maybe I think it's almost a year now. Okay.
Oh,
so yeah,
a year.
It's almost a year now. Yes, please. It's almost a year.
And it's all share and chair.
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shall say free Ghana. You back to America. They ma copy or honey and there. Ghana, if I know you, if I now say then if I know free, not then now we are Ghana a year ago and sana kunya buy.
Okay, so Omu was Sunyani. Okay. That's B. But then Meno Miesre Mini NT. I'm from Boga. I'm from Boga Tanga.
Okay.
But then me parents and those stuff, they moved and stuff like that. And so Omu was Sunyani. And I grew up there little, and then almost so they me call Bole Bambo me call Nyiwo. Okay. So I spent most of my life over there. Okay. And from there I went to SHS in another region in the north, that's the northeast region, Wali somewhere in the northern regions. So I went to Wali Senior School. And then I've later on landed in KNUST. Okay. And so university education, I had it in KNUST. I did BSc agriculture, and I finished my 4-year program, had my degree, and then I became a teaching assistant in the faculty of agriculture in KNUST. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is my story in Ghana.
Okay.
That is before my transition.
Okay, about Greek no crano, many aji. Best after that, then I'm all going to a Greek here. Okay.
Okay, so so me can say me stream ni so one me say stream for exactly, that's how we lived our lives. Okay, and see almost see so I was very young. My uncle, one of the basic or major motivation is that my uncle is one of the heads of Cocoa Board. That's Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana in the northern part. That's Bole Bamboiho. Okay, so he's the head of the station there. He's part of the heads of the station there. And see, Meneno, we grew up together. All those things because of how the northern system is. Your uncle is your father. Yeah, you understand. And so he grew. He groomed me up, and so that was where I got that passion for agriculture. Because I met a lot of PhD holders there, that were into cocoa, doing a lot of things. I met a lot of friends, and right now some of my friends are still there. So I kind of grew up in that environment. So, and definitely since he's there, he motivated me, to also get in that field. And I got that was where I got the interest. Because me call SHS say he gave me the opportunity to choose the courses I wanted to do. And so, because he didn't want to force me, and I catch and say I wanted to do agriculture, but then he told me no, I shouldn't go and do agriculture. I should go for general science. What I say, because agriculture is all in science, like it is a science. So I understood it from that point, and then I went ahead, did my general science, and then from there I went later on to KNUST to do BSc agriculture, and then
Wow.
that's how I got here. Exactly.
Wow. So after school.
Yeah. Okay.
What next? After school now do two kwan now be ejuma akra ko e bibi service big akra.
Okay, so mostly no say our name I became becoming a teaching assistant in KNUST. Most of my lecturers, like, you know, they all went to school outside the country. That's, I mean, outside Ghana. And see, you know, we have that option, say, we plans are far, then you look back home. You understand? But then right now, no dear. Right now, no dear. Baby, imagine that. It's not
Why do you like?
Ghana, Debbie. Yeah, for now, dear. I am doing my master's right now. This year, I'll be finishing with the program, and then I'll proceed to do my PhD in a different university. And see, so let's say Nina, you'll be looking at 6 years, somewhere 6 years, okay? Because PhD, everything, and one thing is that Mimi School has say, because of Mimi services I have played and all those things, my relationship with the D's and other stuff, they wish say we PhD now, school for them to give you an opportunity or a professorial job or stuff like that, because how many in common and those things. So right now, the focus is to finish the PhD and then come back. At that point, I am into two things. Either I should go into industry or probably come back to serve as a lecturer or something. Yeah, so that's my plans.
Okay. Inti yanchwe akonya ne ba ne saying ansa na ode to who apply for school na say na ebusuan ho na say den.
Okay, so this is how my own happened. It's my story, it's a kind of like grace, what you say. Maka say like nyame, okay. Yeah, because you started as teaching assistant, like when him say we like me teaching assistant as a NSS person, okay. And to right after 4 years now, me stay on campus a year, 1 year NSS as a teaching assistant. And during that period, we had a lot of us. I mean, like it was a number of us that was applying to leave the country. And see, the relationships, the friends I had, we were all with one, idea. Everybody wanted to leave. And to be apply. You get it? And to me, say me apply bare like a lot of schools. I applied to a lot of schools. I spoke to a lot of professors. Some of them I applied, and in fact, I had a lot of declines, you just receive a letter say, we are sorry to tell you that you were not selected for the course or the program. You get it. But then we kept going. So, and then I spoke with some few professors in the United States here and then Germany. And some of them were like, okay, this year, he's not taking student, but then he'll be taking students for the next year. Okay. So I was still applying, I still had a lot of waiting lists, waiting to hear from them. And then we received some visitors from America. That is my school currently. Omo back here in US to say, Omo be signing MOU, some relationship with the school and stuff like that, So I want to say KNUST, like almost higher, like they receive other universities to the school, have some relationship with them. So they came to the school, and then I think by then like no students, like students were not on campus, and it was just the teaching assistants and then the lecturers. So that day, so like you could go to work anytime you wanted. And to me say, me call late. That day I went late. I went to work late. Then the people came. It was an emergency meeting. I'm gonna do by 9. And our car said they needed to meet all the teaching assistants in the faculty of Magric. So by then, me, I wasn't at, I wasn't on campus. So I got to campus somewhere around 10 a.m. And to me do campus now, I'm switching my data on. And then I saw say a lot of messages appeared and we're like, all teaching assistants are supposed to meet at the conference room. We have visitors and those things. So me who you now pet, then I rushed the conference room. By then they had already finished with the meeting. So our secretary was like, Elijah, where were you? Like, we needed you. I'm that type that, a lot of my lecturers actually wanted to vibe with me, like, yeah, because of how I carried myself. So they were all like asking me where were you, and all those stuff. But then I just took it as nothing. So Yewi and Anna, they were like, they had to eat. They needed someone to take them out to get some food and stuff like that. I was the delivery guy. Now me here delivery, me bought Glovo. Now me here delivery. Same time, yeah, I'm an ex-Glovo member, so I bought my own motorbike during that NSS period with my NSS money. I even took a loan. You get it. So I took a loan, bought that motorbike. I was paying it with my NSS money, making some money to kind of pay it off. And then, so I knew a lot of, what's the name, restaurants. So, maybe I'm call, say like, just eat and stuff like that. And then that was where we started talking. So I out of the blue, or more instructors will be able to say, what are my plans? Going ahead, those things. So we started talking and all those stuff now. Or catch them and say, okay, we will talk about it later on. And so I just left it there until later on, Obibusame. We kept talking, and then he, I told her, I said, this is what I want to do. And luckily, they were doing that program. And so he just, linked me up with a professor, and then fast track everything was processed. Okay. And see, the other application I had already sent to other professors, and I just, declined them because I had an easy pass. You get it. I had an easy pass. And one other thing that helped me was Codon. We have a foundation called Codon. Codon is a foundation that was established in KNUST by Meme Yabashi, teaching assistants. Our CEO is Selom Abedu Promise. And see, it's just a group of teaching assistants from KNUST, engineering, all the faculties. And see, during that period, I was working with Selom and Co. Right now, Selom is also in US. Most of us are currently in the US. So yeah, and then we all got here. So with my statement of purpose and all those things, what to do, the documents to submit and all those stuff, they all helped. We all came together, they supported, and then I got here. You get it? So that is one other aspect of the process, because it was a lot of processes to go through.
Small or hustle side as also your delivery. Now you're lecturer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, lecturer and now the delivery ni can one. That's now we delivery we answer and now we run to at the channel.
Okay, now me started as a teaching assistant before delivery no buy. But then before me started teaching assistant, I had already planned. Say, this is what I was going to do. Because by then, before teaching assistant, I had already started planning for my life after NSS, how it was going to be. And so I needed to raise money for myself because I didn't want to depend solely on my parents. So I needed to raise money on my own, and then get something in case say me plan A now because I wanted to do masters after my teaching assistant. Say I plan A now at least I will be able to gather some money, and I like business and start something. You get it? So that later on I can do what? I can do the masters and continue with my life. Exactly. So that was how it happened. So leave by later on. And see, that was how I did. So I was already.
Baby, I will do how this idea we buy say we look sharp now ye bibi no. One for ferry be an count and now say go for beka say and maybe sasa because a common Ghana so because my school me do say me way yeah doing side hustle being count and I started where society be can way especially be a student be who and now we be who no feel some way but now you the term say we are no so yeah me mean side no.
Yeah, so what happened is that I believe so much in branding. Like me branding deeper and and see, that was one of the reasons many professors pay massive. Because Faculty of Agriculture says here okay and UST and you ask about me, a lot of professors be like, oh, we knew him. You get it? Because me dress moi, I portrayed myself like nicely, like neat, the way you speak to people, the way you approach them, and all those things. And to end my time, say me, I those days I used to sleep around 12 a.m. and to me, but delivery we are like so from school, let's say 7 a.m. on campus. I go to work, do all my teaching assistantship work. By 5 p.m. Until by 5 p.m. no, I'm off. I'll change my clothes to Glovo, wear my Glovo delivery up clothes, and sit on my motorbike, and then I'm gone. I'm in a runabout. And even sometimes I was knocked by a car twice. I was hit by a car twice. That same year I left Ghana, But then God being good, God being so good, nothing happened to me. I just sustained some mild injuries. Okay. And so all my students, you see, say at Greek, we had a lot of students, over 1,000 students. Most of them knew say I was doing delivery. But then, I just knew my goal. I had that at the back of my mind. That this is what I'm looking for in life. And I didn't care how people saw me. I was trying to achieve that goal, and that was it. Like nothing to change my mind. Exactly.
Wow. Talking about that, me kasa because Bebrena ye school. Near train say posting so bad so I can so by betimi look sharp the bibia kan wade ekosua o school no by a ferry society.
Yeah.
We be kasa say anti plan bia wa fa kra no kwa o mega mesre no ne ade. And then I work afa wan say na move on.
Okay, ade me kan say say university degree, it is not a certification say you will make it in life. You understand? It is not a certification say you make it in life. And so students or young people that are coming up, we shouldn't just relax on school, feeling say school is a sure place to make it. That is not it. Until as you are there now, or first year, second year, third year, fourth year, start thinking about something different outside of school. So in case the school way now far, then you turn to that place. Exactly. And to say, that was how I started doing businesses even in first year. Now me to turn some, commodities like household products and other stuff. Now my doing that, before I even got there. So I keep advising the young people, don't care about who is going to talk about you. The end product is the goal. The end product is the goal. Right now, what's the name? It didn't come on. Say like no. Some people don't know that I've been through certain things like this. They just see me on social media and be like, oh, Charlie, this guy is a nice guy. He's this, he's that. But you don't know, what I went through.
Eyo da sani bia ni da so se obenya adwuma ye sanso na yentimi nya adwuma ebra ye ni anyinama hoden eto da wobedru adwuma mu na nkane ani ho eba saa na atete no aye bebre enkankan se wobepo adwuma ba fie na nkane ani fie wokoso generator nso a ase famie nanso se wonim JB mobile engineers a all the above problems will be a thing of the past. JB mobile engineers in Kwane ebema 24-hour dedicated generator services. JB mobile engineers yeton generators fufro any other than nyina sanso na ye maintenance repairs consultation which say uya adwuma say efie nnwuma hodo na o pese auto generator enya generator bia na wo auto enti wo ba ye be kirikiri mu na ye be boawo sanso so na ye welding and fabrication say wo generator kitwa na kese ye be si dan kama e de asi susere be ye nsuo ne awia ense no say wo ye school asori hospital companies and mining companies obia be aso ya ye betimi aboamo eye generator abebo adwuma nyina bon JB mobile engineers ewo Tema Michelle Camp Road Freya ewo 0244623899 and 0207596676 JB mobile engineers, your generator friend.
Okay, as a matter of fact, in fact, there's a lot of things that I can't really say everything, but then things have really happened. But I was so focused.
And so that means now you focus. Una only baby I hope so drew into planning ahead.
Exactly.
Also, your education system now. Bebre na no you go school we are trying office job. Maybe university or just a company in fano. But you best start send a who can you best start to be in a position ya ho. Ade bi ameka wa ha. But almost a bit more year but a few bebre na you school you craft files 5 years. What you should must onye be so around him or her no identify maybe no try to start about in society.
Okay. So like Adia Mekan say one would say the current state of Ghana no, it is not helping us all. Even right now, university lecturers are going on strike again. You get it? And so on top no cry, bro. Do you get it? And see what type of job will secure you your goals in life. Osha, it's not worth it. Let's say at the end of the month, say what 2,000 cry, it's not worth it because there are bills to pay. Some people are looking up to you, and so for me, say I don't really, I'm not that a job type of person. Although I went to school, but that is not my focus. Meti I say like my dream, it's tied to a lot of things. Okay, I love branding. That's what I said in the first place. And to first of all, go to school, learn, get the knowledge. When you get the knowledge, then you impact that knowledge in, you put it into practice. Not say what's the name, office. No, but then put it into practice. Okay, to benefit your own self, and that is to make money. Because this, like right now in this world, no, everybody respects money. Everybody, respects money. No matter how good you are, if you don't have money, people don't really respect you that much. Okay, and see, if you have the money, that's how you'll be able to project your real image to the world, and that's how the world, would appreciate you better. And see, my partner, and not a Jamaican. So, forget that aspect of jobs. No, forget about jobs. Like let's think outside the box, because right now, Ghana, our ministers are saying said there are no jobs, and see why would someone put your mindset on maybe a job that you are still going to compete for? Because minister no, or the Bema, what's the name, Neba na so be, and that is not assured. So always have an alternative.
And then a bad one who say maybe can't send me now to coin to maybe south.
Okay.
And then a bad one who say Ebia me university. My dream say, oh, na fa plan say you may be amba. Maybe I'm a co-washing baby say maybe some year washing baby. And start to tell me how far Jinka crack, na me the building contacts. Me the washing baby pen one, but there are so many things that we can do.
Yeah.
But send a kind of because I am a university and SMS or who knows or class certificate. And so you have chance no or call UK and America. Or best start to washing baby because all the certificate in you yes I no.
Okay, so I think say right now, no, one me say maybe Sani Pari they think say Ghana hono that job is not well paid. Okay, but then so we do hana. You see, say whatever you do here, they pay you well. That is true. That fact is there. But this is another point. Whatever work you are doing, you have to have it in mind. Say there are bills to pay here. In fact, outside here, there are a lot of bills to pay than that of Ghana. And let's say, like if you are in Ghana and you start with a bonus or something, like a kind of in a way you'll be able to manage certain things than say war. Because say hakrana say winning krata is bad kra. At least some of us have come here through school and all this stuff, so we are kind of legally here. I mean, we are legal over here, and see, it's a thing. People drive the money. That's why someone would choose to come and be whatever, to come and wash cars over here or something like that than doing it over there. And see, that's that choice. No, I think the most is about the money. Yeah.
Yen say it's about the money, but yes, the case when you do money being to bend day. Then I'll be planning their starting. Then so but starting will be and
good. And see, say a coming like Mimi I would love to start something in Ghana there. You understand? Because what you are even saying was part of some of my plans. Me, I was even planning to do bonds the data when I was in Ghana. And see, like say we need baby aqua. If you have a place to go, that's fair. But then say we need baby aqua, you can start something and manage it. Make sure that I don't know what starting. You would manage it. Do you get it? Because that
so delivery now start here no. Go find now we graduate or no we school meet me start delivery no.
Nah.
A simple question. How they you washing many people delivery now also and go find and no make at us me we school me pay my anti but starting delivery.
Okay.
Now delivery no yeah. who be meeting ko when you deliver no man na say be boa wa be start lecture ni ade a be share akrofo yi a who di call no mo rounds the joint ni ade enya wa na okay.
Yeah. So I think right now no it's just a few like nipa kekre bi and I meet my say they would do what I did because na be cramp sere me colleagues no cry na be cramp like almost sere me you understand because the way I met dress ya tena bike no so no cry you be like Charlie this guy now is he okay or something like that you get it but then I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
Exactly.
Remember back to America, I say, a Greek side,
Okay.
Those days, they go school, in the 90s, there, Ubon say JSS, crown idea, yeah, farming, garden near there, na, ebimu develop a dua way, tomatoes way, dua way, na, yeah, they, Ubon say, ebimu be school, crown, no many J4, but I need to go for near there. But it looks like education is here, and a Greek sector, and Ankasano. Bebrebe we obi kwa Greek na ese sa nipa na oya Greek no some way embu omu bi a ese ono no we bia na exams we ntwa yie no ese okoya Greek ese okọ technical ese okọ vocational common wa say nti ama enkofo bebre no yen focus on sa field no what notice sir.
Very true, you are very right, very true. And as a matter of fact afina amanfo bebre who say a Greek na those days they don't respect it's having a lot of influence in the world right now because like with me attested to the fact that what's the name population keeps increasing every day. You get it? And Adriani abeye asem. And see, like we have a lot of people that are hungry right now. But then baby, what you say, like what we are doing is that we are working with genes. Okay, we want to be able to produce a crop that has the ability to do what? To produce a lot of food in the space of just some short frame or like the time period that Edibe produce all those things. It will be very short. You understand? And see, this is what agric is. But then when you go to Ghana, say like a lot of people don't know this part of agric. Say, oh, agric can advance into something like this. Agric can be changed into something like all what they know is that an old man will go to the farm with a hoe, do all those dirty work, and carry the food to the crops to the market and sell it or something. Another thing I think in Africa we are doing, or let's say the world, we are doing against agriculture is branding. The way I branding agric, that is what is putting that mentality into people. Say let's say banker, or be advertisement about a bank or something. You will see like they'll look for a nice lady be normal the then they'll advise it so nicely. Okay, and to that one obia pesoko. At least this person looks neat. But someone be if who what's the name? Advertisement. Normal kokofa akokrabi. On share singlet. Like what would I say? Like or share singlet and you understand? He's so tired from work and all those things. And so with a hole on his shoulder. And to like as a young person, when you see that, you feel like, nah, I cannot do this. Okay, this is not my portion. So I think when it gets to branding, advertisement, the attention we place on the other part of the world, we have to put that same attention in agriculture, and that would build interest. I am so happy to say John I think John Dumelo and some other celebrities are now going into that field, and as a matter of fact he has motivated me. I know I'm not the only one. He's motivated a lot of other young people who are serious about it. Yeah, so these are things that we should do. It's all about branding.
Yeah, move into USA. Konya ne buy BBI smooth ma to do
Yeah, so we had a lot of were a lot of perceptions about America before I do her. And
now the any day.
Say
TV the man for
exactly. Oh, it's totally, some of them is totally different but then it being so a yampa. You understand?
The ain't an different at the end ampa.
You know, say near a yampa, say, you know, over here, like yeah, consult how. You understand? Obia like me say me name the next door like me neighbor, me name no. Or no family home. You understand? And see, I'm not particular me say every day 5, na me 50. Also like 5, no 50. You understand? So like Obia is busy. And see Obia and found home. So I know it's just work, go to your room, work, go to your room. That's all. You know, so there's no social kind of life here and stuff like that. I just say be or some African parties be only more a hang out and all those things. But then that's kind of Ghana, you can just wake up and go anywhere, you know, go and see your friends, you know, you vibe and all those things. And see, I say yeah, it's not there because Obia busy. Obia busy. So that is one of the truths you understand? Good. The next thing is let me talk about the disadvantage. I'll go to another truth. Okay. Another disadvantage is that Adiamu say it's not true. You know, when I was in Ghana, I thought say, oh, like the money was there like that. You know, when someone is in America, like, you know, I say Sikano, Achanoisia, something like that, you know, it's everywhere. But then that is not it. I always tell people say, so we are quadra, you can't make it over here. If you are not disciplined, you can't make it over here because it takes discipline. Understand? Because DBR, you have to keep doing it. DBR consistency. And see, you know, and all those things, you know, at the end of the day, what do you need like maybe half or you know, half, I mean like a quarter of it, bills. You understand? And you have other responsibilities to do. But then back in Ghana, no, we didn't we didn't think that way. We were just thinking, say, oh Charlie, media and all those things, like it's so comfortable, it's nice. It is true. If I say there's no money here, I'm lying to you. Okay, there is money. I tell you there is money. You are paid for what you do. Okay, you are paid for what you do. And see, I mean, it's just that you need to work for it. You need to work for it very harder. You can't just relax and things will work for you. You have to work in for it. And that is why a lot of people believe in working here. People believe in working. You understand? And see, that is some of the things I have known over here. And I want also the guy said me be do her the first day, me be do her. And then I was supposed to come to the lab. I had to go back to my room. Me PA I was like, no, I can't walk in this environment for like 2 minutes. It was so cold. It was so cold. And so I went back inside and then when I'm at so said, Charlie, you know, you have to go through it. You know, I motivated myself and then I went to class. Exactly.
But so far no until we the lectures, school, can be about course, man. Can be about Greek na then how
and see so far no we doing like a Greek now. I've not changed it. I'm doing, but then me an advanced method of it. Okay, and I mean, bro, for Kasamu, they will say it's molecular biology. I'm doing molecular work of plants, and I'm interested in the past this thing. No? Like once, let's say a bro. Let's use corn or maize as an example. You grow maize. Ghana, you know, I grew up in the farming community and see people grow maize and then, you know, it doesn't produce well. Like, it's just something small. And so, you know, we pick that problem, okay? We pick up that problem. Okay, why is this maize not producing well? And then we try to solve it. And see, it's all because of genes. Nipa bia, obia or genes. Every living cell has genes. You understand? And there are certain genes that code for that particular yield, you know. And so what we do is that you convert a very good gene from a different organism, okay, and then insert that gene in the maize genome, okay. I'm sorry to use this scientific way. Until we insert that one in the maize genome, and then we do what we use a lot of protocols to study the growth. at the end of the day, you better selection of the plants that were able to survive and are doing well. And then we will now pass it through a lot of tests before we release it to the farmers. And at that point, that particular maize, so could be honest, it will yield a lot of food, and at the same time, it, the time frame or the time period that it will use to grow to that level will be shortened, and that means that we are doing what we are increasing production, and that is okay. I think say now me lecturer be our friend Dr. Kina. He was, and I think Prof. Kromamo in KNUST Hono. They do something like the biotechnology the department in KNUST, and I think crop science research hono. I think CSIR, like they probably do some, but then I would say in lesser quantities. Because we have a lot of plant breeders in Ghana too. Some of them were my lecturers. In fact, they taught me. Okay, and they do what I'm saying, but then they don't have the facilities. They don't really have the big facilities at Ewohano, because facilities no be. I don't know if you wouldn't mind, but then I'll show you some of the facilities. It costs a lot of money, like $1 million. And it's also Catholic University Faculty of Agriculture, Faculty of Agriculture say we need $1 million to buy this particular small. This is centrifuge to buy this small instrument. They'll be like, "Oh man, you can't get that money here," And see, that is preventing the work over there. But what maybe research I made is being funded by USDA. Okay, and the USDA and they funding me research. It was about like something $1 million. And see, they are pumping money to get knowledge from my research.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
And to research now, at the end of the day, I add that knowledge into the scientific community of America and become something good for them. But our part of the world now, a lot of people don't understand some things, So that is some of the things that prevents those. And KNUST, they do tissue culture. I know they do some PCR and other stuff, but then it's not in the amount me PCR work, me tissue culture, and those me sounds for sequencing. I don't think that KNUST they have a sequencing department or something. There's a lot of things that we do here, and see, we do a lot of genetic engineering and stuff here. So that is the thing. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm pumping this guy no more yet. Nay, had ye. Any man say imported.
Yeah. Sure.
Almost I don't make control. We imported. The ever my baby and pet.
Yeah, I know, right? That is
the imported.
You are very fine. We are all learning. Hoping one day we also be able to impact our knowledge in our countries, to change a lot of things down there and see.
What? Bano. I did a Greek money technical name. We I'm a pushy part because I can't books now bread. For me, a couple of books so far results beyond they be at it in a star now.
That is true.
I'm sure they bet me a baby so.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet me a build chrono.
Yeah.
Contraction, I can't afraid. You're mining those things.
Yes.
And when you be near dear, if the truth be that.
Yeah, that's it.
IT only idea.
Yeah.
The necessary doctors in the name send the AK, but aside that, for that maybe very, very, very important. And nobody build China, and nobody build Mukro. Me who ya Greek pa farm and yet the kind of
serious one. And see,
grapes near the my family. Some machines and coffee. Why?
And at the end, like the thing I meet my can say, me ba Africa, we have a lot of talent. Okay, say ba a Greek moi. Nyoma bi say like, and say I say ba so like field work and those things. So me not like almost you. Ewa ye labi. Me not almost because I have that intuition. You know, I know how to grow something. I know what to do on the soil and all those things. You get it? And see, but then and see, you know, when it comes to this part, you know, you push it in, you know, and see, mostly, you know, we say like they want to work with us. And so I feel say to me investing more in our part of the world, you know, it would go a whole lot of, long way to help all of us. Exactly. So we just need attention. We just need the help.
So now kind of branding here, a packaging here.
Exactly.
Now you push your youth, you know, be back with share discussion because if you're not there, the
It's
way
very
I complain is that you're not boy, the way and can you do and be brave or ha, maybe you're near Busua.
yeah.
Problem Ben and Cabell.
That's true. And Kashini, that's true. That's true. Brandon, no,
Romanto subo tete akopa okrobi so oh you will land so we be
aha class Walmart ha na say wo tomatoes on package no like lettuce on like packaging no. That's why I say I believe in branding. It's all about branding. Package it well, people will go for it, you know. Yeah, so that is the only thing. And most of the things I say Wednesday is from if you approve don't to me can't share, you know. Yeah, this thing you are selling to me is from my place, but then you can't say it, you have to buy it, you know. Sure. So
anyway Elijah it's school now kono mo person mo apply to see na Ghana for mo school mo do so o badge no
me buy no me be share Ghana for especially undergraduate students, you know. I met a lot of undergraduate students from Ghana. They 5 or so, yeah. That I know them. I know that there are other people I probably don't know them. And about 5 or so. And at graduate school, we are about, if not 5 or 3, yeah. And so
as you see I'm fan crofo mo kwa Ghana for mo di kan o mo yes ade
oh, why not?
Fan crofo person mo apply school ni ade be top up ni ade be upgrade yourself.
And see, what I would say is that, especially for undergraduates, Omon apply. The name of the school is University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And the Omon call your school website, and apply. Just University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Just that same process now, simple one. You will see the webpage. Oh,
look at the University of
Arkansas. Okay, in Ghana, no. Okay, pronunciation is Arkansas, but then if you want to pronounce it exactly as it is Arkansas. Arkansas. And the ARKANSAS. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you go into the platform. I know that right now they've not opened admission because we just started school and stuff like that. At the summer by then we'll be going on vacation and stuff like that. So they'll be taking in new students, I think, for the fall and stuff like that. And during that period, they could do September then you know they can place their applications. And I think that they'll get a lot of opportunities on the webpage to maybe if there's a scholarship and stuff like that, they'll access them and be able to get here. Sure.
Elijah, Charlie, I saw pass you through. Also, chair, but I hope so. We course ni bibia ko year. Oba be Ghana.
No.
And I open dollars for.
Oh, me say dollars now. Yeah. Where are we taking it to? Ghana, Nana. We are dedicated to our countries. You know, we are dedicated to give back. So we'll try our best. We'll try our best. Exactly. Sure.
Elijah, I saw me pass it through SBTV Africa. So I mean, with the course, I wish you all the best.
Very much. Okay.
Important.
Yeah.
Now, but
Everyone.
aside that, no boy, Juma was signing out kakra. 20 hours, and
Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, boys, no kind of low key. Actually,
man for chop. Why you know go chop?
Okay, so Mimi program no, on my opportunities to be able to work on campus like differently. Okay, let's say in a different department. I'm in the agric department right now, but then semi feel say I need more money, I can go to a different department and get employed there as well, so that I can have to, work, because I'm a graduate assistant here. Another work, put it on myself, and then that is how you're able to do another side job and you get some more money. So into summer, by or much as here can say there's some open or wasn't positions they want me to take up, and then just to work for some few weeks, and get something out of it, and see. That is how it is. Yeah, sure.
I see. Nice one, Charlie. All the best. Why? Oh, one more person, one more shout out.
Shout out to the whole KNUST. In fact, I'm so proud of I'm so proud of KNUST. I'm so proud of my school. I'm proud of all my lecturers, Dr. Tufor, and then Dr. James Mensah, or Professor Sarkodie, Professor Joseph Sarkodie. I love him so much. And then my daddy, my family, everybody, my friends. I'm so proud of everyone. Yeah. So that is what I'll say. Sure.
Nice one, Charlie. All the best, Elijah. So we pass it through SBTV Africa. So I hope say Utie no also be far baby wom. I got up say show we so there. It is there. What you be there? I will take it. And you be wa on ni nyadwen. But ebi wa on ni be ya adwen. Ti be on be ya adwen of we say be boa no apeki bibi wom. Yi na esua there me so meti ha ye. Nya be say ano ba me so ma adwen kakra me wo no. Anam dia be ashim. Ti I mean, him say boys baby, I didn't. Oh, na baby, look around you. Around you, start something. Don't listen to people. Oh. Now why we in school? And now why say na be our level 80, master. At the end of the day, maybe money be the thing. So start something. Maybe I will show certificates near there. Maybe me ni mobi. Maka will show you that. But you go start for cleaning, go enter company inside. Or the certificate need to side cry normal cleaning. Chance be na your money hint now. Tell you now no the certificate, but we find straight. But in position change. But all the certificates in your go beginning and they don't go take you. Because the one they serve your level pass them. The top man. So if the first day we take you, they go sack up. That'll be the secret. But start something, get a job, just start something, and then me believe say, yeah, DB will be for. Yeah, how good, who didn't cry, Shankroff, oh, child, doors go open for you. No be better. Anyway, Madam Production team as DJ Sharon, at FM DJ Nyam, open so by me show this, my number is the good screen, so switch me WhatsApp, man, as I send me voice note. 2 up, peace out, Macram.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. She chooses her mother's favorite breakfast. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort.
Breakfast is ready.
In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House Sakoko, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
Hello? Oh, my son is going to do that. And then he left for menu. My son, this is a setup. Who was Spain? Oh, yes. Spain was any secret free. I call Ghana. Yet we love you. It's 11 and as a man of a baby from Rano. Oh, that be my son. Would I check your phone? Why? Charlie, it's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now, and I just send money to my mom. And on TSC, also, don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on tap send, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe, you can send your money through tap send to Ghana. And please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's tap send. My name is Fernanda Samoa, Director and CEO of Second Generation IT Group. Guess what? We are currently in Ghana, and we're going to offer the best courses that will allow you to work anywhere in the world. The courses that we're going to offer, we're talking about cloud computing, we're talking about introduction to computers, networking, network security, cyber security.
We have a conducive learning environment, and our programs are interactive, where the students get to ask questions and they get answers that's going to help them, and we equip them with the right knowledge.
Classes are offered Monday through Friday. It depends on which day you want to come. We have morning shift, we have afternoon schedule, we have evening schedule, and also on the weekends. To register, go to www.secondgenit.com and register.